Hello. I just got out of the shower. I have my robe on and my pajamas, and I'm getting ready to cuddle in for the night and settle down and relax and unwind. So I'm going to read to you Goodnight Goon. This is by Michael Rex. In a cold gray tomb with a black lagoon and a picture of Martians taking over the moon, a little werewolf is trying to get to sleep. But as he says goodnight, and before he turns out the light, a goon comes in and trashes everything in sight. What are we going to do with this terrible goon? So some of you might know the book Goodnight Moon, right? So we'll see. This is Goodnight Goon. In the cold gray tomb, there was a gravestone and a black lagoon. So this is the cold gray tomb, and here is the gravestone, and here is the black lagoon. And a picture of Martians taking over the moon. So there they are. Look, there's some astronauts. And Martians are taking over the moon. And there were 3 little mummies rubbing their tummies. Oh my goodness, those mummies are so full. And 2 hairy claws and a set of jaws. And a loud screechy bat and a black hat. So let's see if we can find those hairy claws. I see 2 hairy claws right there, and they're awfully hairy. And a set of jaws. That means teeth. Right there, this guy. He's got the sharpest mouth full of teeth. And a loud screechy bat. Oh! Here's the bat. And a black hat. Somewhere, I don't even see it. Oh my goodness, I found it. They were trying to trick me. I wasn't thinking of this kind of black hat. Right here. It's a black witch's hat. And a skull and a shoe and a pot full of goo. There's a skull, a shoe, and a pot full of goo. And a hairy old werewolf who's hollering boo. There he is. He's going, boo! Good night, tomb. Look at all that stuff in that tomb. Good night, Goon. There he is. He's sneaking inside. Good night, Martians taking over the moon. Oh my goodness, look at that goon is eating the picture. And look, the Martians are popping right out of that picture, and the rocket is blasting off. Good night, Bones and the Black Lagoon. So the goon, looks like he's going fishing in the Black Lagoon, and he's using the skeleton's leg. right here. He's using the skeleton's leg bone to go fishing. Good night, mummies, and good night, tummies. And the mummies are trying to get out of there too. Good night, claws. See those claws? And good night, jaws. Good night, moans, and good night, groans. Ooh. And now the goon has the black hat. Good night, Screechy Bat. There he is, trying to get that Screechy Bat. And good night, Hat. Look at that, the witch came to get her hat back. Good night, Skull. Now look, the skeleton is all back together again. He has his skull back on his head. He's got his leg bones. He's all pieced together again. And good night, Shoe. That looks like a very big shoe. Who do you think the shoe belongs to? Good night, creature. The shoe belonged to Frankenstein. And good night, Goo. The goon is drinking up all that slimy goo. And good night to the old werewolf hollering boo. There they all are. Good night, you. That little werewolf says, good night, you. And he's pointing. Get under there. He's pointing to the nightstand. Good night, monsters everywhere. Oh, I thought he was pointing to the nightstand, but the goon doesn't live under the nightstand. He lives under the bed. In the nightstand is some other creature. So all the creatures are going to bed. The end. And good night to you too. Night.